I'll make a motion to accept it.
With a motion, I need a second, please.
I'll second it.
All right, got a second. All in favor, please say aye. All right. No public hearings. Okay. Go to reports, our annual and work program, annual report and work program.
Do you want me to read it or read it?
I'll come over here and sit. Erin is supposed to do this, but she's. So the annual report for unsafe building enforcement for Cass County, we had 59 cases, 40 were cleared and are now on the watch list. Walton had 6 cases, 4 were cleared and are now on the watch list. For BZA, Cass County had 23 cases, 21 were approved, 1 was denied, 1 withdrawn. Logan Sport had 31 cases, 27 were approved, 3 were denied, and 1 was continued. Walton had 1 case, 1 was approved, and 0 denied. With the development plan review, these are our overlay districts, and Logan Sport Gateway had 2 cases, 2 were approved. Cass County Gateway had none, no cases at all. Logan Sport Downtown Overlay District had 11 cases, and then the Riverfront Protection Overlay had 0. Architectural Review Committee had 6 cases, and 6 were approved. For ordinance changes in Logan Sport, there was mobile vendors. It's just adding more regulations regarding signage, a lot of time allowed, so they're more mobile. Rezones, Logan Sport, there were a few rezones. It's a project called On the Banks. It's along the Eel River down by Riverside Park. And then also Chase and Davis. It's similar to On the Banks with the adoption of the Chase and Davis plan. And it's gonna be for more residential and then some businesses on Chase. Comp plan amendments. There was Aim High, which is the softball park out by the fairgrounds. They are implementing like steps to make the complex more of a sports tourism. Chase and Davis plan, and then On the Banks, those were added to the comp plan. Subdivisions, there were 134 exempt subdivisions. There were 2 minor subdivisions in Logan Sport. Eastgate Minor Subdivision, which was like 3 lots along Rose Lawn near Market Street, and then the Market Street subdivision, which was the old Marsh building at 13th and 14th. And then Cass County had 1, it was Price Homestead Minor Subdivision, and it was just for residential. Special projects that our department worked on. There were grants, the Rural Empowerment and Development Program, which is RED. Cass County was one of the awarded counties for RED in the state, and they had meetings roughly every month and came up with 6 different initiatives. And they also, I think this has to do with the Cass County Reimagined. Logan Sport has Logan Sport Reimagined, now Cass County has Cass County Reimagined. Safe Streets for All, it's a federal grant that Logan Sport was awarded, and it helps with like traffic safety idea, like to identify those in a plan, and I think just to improve the safety of the areas. The Ready Grant, we worked with the NCIRPC, city and county to help develop projects to grow our region. The county broadband and then urban park were 2 of the projects. They worked on the Lexington Village and the Ready 2 projects, and then of course the On the Banks and then agribusiness park out by Climbers, the infrastructure there. City RDC, planning work with them with deeds and appraisals for the land that they acquired. County RDC, the Plan Commission submitted a use approval for a billboard sign out at the Agribusiness Park. Rose Holman, this was the different groups that did their capstone projects, presented their findings to the city council, and I think they're like college students that helped do plans. And they did things for the Chase and Davis group and then the trail bridge. And then they designed outdoor refreshment area, which is the Dora, which you can carry like certain cups from vendor to vendor downtown Logansport. And Galveston Memorandum of Understanding, we're undertaking Galveston. So that's a big, we're rewriting the ordinance and all that. Bringing them in, maintenance contracts. I know Aaron does a lot with like the pocket parks and the entrances to the city and all that. Iron Horse Park, which is down by 4th Street in Logansport. The completion of the ready funds, help with that. They are planning on doing some landscaping in 2026. Appleseed Solar Farm, we did a lot of inspections over 25, there's more inspections to come, especially with plantings and seedings over the course of the season. Capital Improvement Program, Aaron works with the city departments in Logansport to present to the county like budgeting for the next 4 to 5 years. Logansport Reimagined, it's, sorry. They have a priorities group that keeps projects moving and just comes up with all other projects and just make sure it's aligned with the comprehensive plan. Win and Next Level Trails, Wabash Heritage Heartland Initiative Network is the group that was formed with 10 counties, and it's about like connecting the trails and trailheads. Housing, they've worked with the Redevelopment Commission and Clito on housing needs in the community. Lexington Village and multiple market rate single family homes being constructed. Also Habitat for Humanity helped find lots for those houses to be built, and then Peak Community is going to build at Dunwoody Park. And then other organizations and groups, Logan's Landing, Erin does the EV, which is works with businesses. She's on the Wabash River Heritage Corridor Commission, and then we also do the Historic Preservation Commission. And then Education and Efficiency, this OpenGov, we are getting a new software system for our permitting. It's been really,
Several months.
yeah, really big undertaking, and we've been working with the city of Logansport building department, because they're moving over too. But we've been working a lot on it and getting that built, so hopefully it'll be more efficient and easier for our applicants. And then educational meetings, Aaron said we need to get back into doing more educational meetings with each board and commission annually. Economic development departments for the city and the county, just to stay up to date with new developments that we can help with. Citation and ordinance, unsafe, we work with the city, county, and Walton, just to provide that extra step for violations. And then conferences, we go to conferences just to learn about new laws and keep up on best practices. For Logansport, for building permits, we have 415 in 23, 445 in 24, and 402 last year, with a value of $34,915,490. That was Logansport. Cass County for 2025 at 186. We can't calculate it just because of the old system we had, yeah. And then Walton had 6, and that's the same way. So, that is the annual report.
Thank you very much.
The work program, you want to do that? I'm missing. It's a lot of the same stuff for the work program. This is what we plan to do in 26. Education with training sessions, just work on the comprehensive plan, make sure it's based off of the things that are happening are based off the comp plan, and then planning projects, community corridor rezones, with the comprehensive plan and future land use maps, there's areas in the city that like we try to look at each year to see about rezoning. And then SS4A, it's a grant that the city received that will help identify problem intersections as well as roads and concerning for Logansport. Downtown, they help develop, prioritize, tweak, and implement existing plans for the downtown, make it a more walkability retail for people. Logansport Reimagined, as before, it's an initiative that just to bring a better communication through the digital readiness. Cass County Reimagined, it started at the end of '24, it's up and running and there's a website and all that. But that was with the RED program. Housing, we work with with different jurisdictions for different kind of income level housing. Galveston planning, as we said, we're actually changing the county to an area plan commission, and so that'll combine Cass County and Galveston. So there's not an extra meeting just for Galveston, it'll be all one. OpenGov, working to increase the efficiency with that new software. And then zoning changes, just try to make sure it is working with the comprehensive plan and subdivision changes, review and develop changes for the subdivision ordinance. Economic development, again, we just work with those and then with the appropriate land use and changes for the overlay areas. And then most of these are Erin that she works with. Logan's Landing Economic Vitality, she'll still be doing that. Wabash River Heritage Corridor Commission, just promoting the use and history of the Wabash River. Friends of the Panhandle, I know she's been working with a lot of people to try to get the trail from the end of the Panhandle to France Park. And I think they still have funding to construct till, it says up to the end of 2025. I think that's wrong. We have our technical review committee, we send all those, it's just to allow them to look at the permits if they have any issues with it. And then the Historic Preservation Commission, it's to understand the purpose and history of the commission, Eric's there as staff and just works with them. And then unsafe building and properties, we work with Walton County and the health department a lot for, to clean up, you guys know that. Zoning enforcement, citation ordinance, just non-conforming properties and use enforcement measures. Potential developments, we work with the developers to provide a hand and just make their process smooth. And then building code, we work with the building commissioner to make sure that everything is built to the state code and people get permits in county and Walton. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
They
You
have
will
have
not,
quite a
no.
bit on
We
your
don't
plate
need
here.
Okay. What?
I said you still got quite a bit on your plate here.
Yeah.
When you planning on, when you think you're combining Galveston?
I don't know, Erin's been working a lot on the ordinance,
He said first quarter.
at the end of the first quarter maybe.
Oh,
And
okay.
so, I know she's had lots of meetings with county and she's had a lot of meetings with Galveston and just working on that, so. But I think she's trying to get the ordinance so it can go to, cause it doesn't have to just go to county, it'll have to go to the county and go through that whole process, and it has to go through the Galveston right now too, before it can be all combined, so.
Long process.
Okay.
So our whole county ordinance, I think, is almost, she's like just checking everything in it, so.
Anybody have anything you wish to? No? All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Before this, we have no new business, so the old business, same,
Mr. Weaver is back.
yeah.
It looks like we've had some issues with the building. It looks like the one south corner there fell in. And he has it barricaded off. He didn't do that much. He did get a demo permit, November 11th of '25, he got the demo permit. And our permits are good for up to a year when they're issued through our office. You guys can change that any way you want.
Ours is good for you.
Yeah, I mean, you, as the board, can change that if you want it done
Yeah.
quicker, if you want to just wait.
Like if you think it's like too unsafe and it needs to come down in
Well, I agree, but
a few
With
months.
the temperatures it's had, I know, I ran heavy equipment, they wouldn't let us even fire up stuff unless we actually had to.
I know our county
It's
board
that
gave them
cold.
100
Pumping
days.
hoses,
Yeah.
so I would like to get a hold of him and say, hey, it's gonna warm up, let's kick it up. I mean,
Well, we can give him 30 days right now. I mean, that's up to you guys, but we can go with another 30 days.
You know, like,
bring it
yeah, like
back.
Brian said, this weather's been the thing. Same thing, in Legion, we got work to be done, it's put on hold on the outside because of the weather.
well,
And,
I think Brian did take care of what, he got the permits, he's got the people,
Yeah.
he needs to kinda get the people.
He's gotta get the weather.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and the weather, like I said, you know,
We'll just kind of have to stay on him. And like I said, the weather does change to the point
Well,
where
yeah,
it's decent.
I personally, I would vote to extend it 30.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because of the weather, at least.
What would that date be? I guess it's right
Whatever
on
you
there.
guys think, you know.
It will be,
It'll be March 2nd,
Yeah, March 2nd.
inspect on the 25th of February.
So that would be our recommendation.
All right, I have a
Keep bringing it
recommendation
back to what was
to,
done.
Motion to
Yeah,
extend 30 days.
motion extended, do I have a second, please?
I'll second it.
We have a second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, just got another 30 days. Okay, is there anything that anybody wishes to bring up?
Grace Street. So Ralph gave me an estimate, well, a diagram and estimate of how much it may cost,
I'm
for
sorry,
materials.
we're in.
is this
Grace
Brunel's?
Street.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
sorry,
just didn't hear,
Grace
okay.
On Grace Street, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, on Grace Street. I got a hold of Home Depot, the manager there, and sent it all to him last Monday, and he forwarded it on to his boss. So he implied that they should be able to take some off of that. It was like $2,800, something like that.
25, 28. That was just for material.
Material.
Just for the material, okay. Are we talking just the porch roof or the whole roof
No,
or what?
we need to do the roof up above
Okay,
because that's in bad shape and it's
Yeah.
not gonna do any good to do the bottom unless that's done first.
talking about half a
And it's
roof
just,
and,
short of tearing it apart,
yeah,
that was what I could see
just visual,
that needs to be done.
okay.
And it's just the roof facing north and the roof facing west and the porch roof.
Are they aware that we are even,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
I talked to him.
Okay.
I talked to her, she's very appreciative of
okay.
anything.
Is her brother still living there with her? or-
Yeah, I talked to
He's pretty-
him.
Oh, he's
He
pretty
came out
still.
when I was there looking at it.
Okay,
He's pretty sick, so, but she really appreciates anything we can do. She said she's tried to get a loan before to try and fix it, and she just came out. And then I talked with, Pastor Jeff over at Walton Christian Church, and so once we get an idea of, how much the materials and stuff will be, the church hopefully will be able to help financially plus the labor. That's the goal, so I got a lot of support from the pastor over there.
okay.
Because I mean, they definitely, we've talked to them a couple times and they've had the same story every time. They just, they're both on disability, they can't do
Yeah,
anything.
I understand.
And it's heartbreaking because
That's the way it goes
Yeah.
sometimes, it's just, yeah.
I'm glad you made some headway with
Can
that.
I ask, anybody have any idea roughly how old these brothers and sisters are? Are they in their
Well,
age-wise?
if it's Mark, he's my age, so he'd be 64.
Yeah, it's Mark Cornell and the sister Cheryl Jones.
See, I
And
don't
she's
remember
lived-
the
she
sister,
grew up
Mark
there.
was my age,
Yeah, her dad owned the house.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so not as old as I thought they were. Hmm. Well, thank you. Thank you for,
I guess I should
Pushing
have
forward
gave
on
the
that.
address before I started talking about it, so everybody knew what I was talking
You know what it
about.
was?
I just woke up from a nap, so.
Anything else wants to be brought up on board? Anything else? Hearing nothing, then I'm gonna ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Uh-huh.
Motion to adjourn.
Ready to go back to your nap.
Have a second, please.
Second.
Second.
Have a second, okay, all in favor, say aye. Really? All right, thank you all for coming, appreciate it.